Nigeria's film industry is at risk of losing its pride of place to Morocco on the global stage should it fail to take urgent steps towards building world-class infrastructure. This is according to Nollywood actress Omotola Jalade-Ekehinde, who spoke during a meeting with stakeholders in the creative sector with Vice President of Nigeria Yemi Osinbajo, which held in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. Now, the superstar actress, who is also a voting member of the Motion Pictures Academy, shares her thoughts on the state of infrastructure in Nollywood. Do watch this. It's a gathering of notable personalities and stakeholders in Nigeria's creative sector, from comedy to film, music, fashion, and other subsectors in between. Tagged an evening with the Vice President, they have the opportunity to interact with government and share their concerns on issues plaguing the industry. In attendance are industry big names Omotola Jalade-Ekehinde, Keke Ogungbe, Julius Agu, Tony Lawani, as well as the Governor of Lagos, Akinwumi Ambode, and his Bauchi counterpart, Mohammed Abubakar. Other key players in the government also in attendance pay close attention to issues raised.
This meeting is coming very late. We wish it started or it happened earlier because there's so much we need to say.
Nollywood actress Omotola Jalade-Ekehinde, one of the only two Nigerians who are members of the Oscar Voting Academy, raises alarm on the risk Nollywood faces on the international front.
What worries me the most is that, as we speak, Morocco is planning to host the academy in their country. And when I was in this high-powered meeting, the first thing they said is Morocco is the entertainment capital of Africa. How is that? Is Morocco, the Moroccans even call themselves Africans? You know, and this is something that always happens to us. It's either they're taking things to South Africa or they're taking it to some other African country. These days, movies are even being shot in Malawi. Movies that are about Nigeria. I was in a panel in the UN about Black Panther, and one of the questions we asked is, how do you shoot about Africa? How do you talk about our culture and everything that we own actually, and do not even shoot in Nigeria or come to Nigeria? Most of the investigations or sets, designs and everything came from South Africa. Long and short of the whole story is Nigeria really does not have world-class studios. And as much as we want to say all these things and say, oh, we are being cheated, things are not brought here, the truth of the matter is we do not have standard things that make them come here. Some of these Hollywood stars have come to this country to do their investigations underground. I at least met with Ben Stiller in this country. I met with him right here. You know about it. The Hebrews know about it. He was in Federal Palace Hotel. I met with him. This was how many years ago? Ben Stiller. But he never came back. They come here and they never come back because the country is not conducive. We need to start with power. We need to start with power. No production is going to come tonight. It's a $1 million industry. Nobody's going to take us seriously when we don't have power, because a lot of things have to do with power. We that are shooting locally and struggling, we are fighting tooth and nail to shoot in this country without power. We all know how much we waste just trying to shoot without power. And then sometimes you sit down and you hear generators and all of that stuff. It is because we have to survive without power. Secondly, to bring in grids and all the things, equipment that you use. I met with one, I don't want to call his name, one Hollywood actor who wanted to come shoot a production here. And he said he sent his, I'm talking to the entertainers now, he sent his production crew to come to Nigeria underground to come do, a lot of these guys come underground to come do their investigation. He was asked for bribes from the airport. From the airport. This guy spent only one day in Nigeria and went back. For every one person they sent here to Nigeria, they've not even gotten to the entertainment industry yet. This is just the country we are talking about. So for every person that asked them for bribe, the immigration officers at the airport, they go back and tell 10 other production companies in Hollywood.
Other concerns raised include royalty collection for musicians and censorship of inappropriate content on television.
We're talking of show or share in our videos, both musical and movies. And we're saying the Nigerian censor board, if it is banned, we sometimes when the video is banned, but if it's banned on international television, they still play it on DSTV and the rest. But DSTV, we feel on our soil. Is that the way that NBC does come late before the ban? Is there a way the Nigerian censor board can sit up to their responsibilities?
A lot of musicians, the careers have ended, but they are living in penury because they don't have their pension. They cannot collect royalties, they cannot collect from the agencies on the music they have made in their careers. And it's a potentially huge revenue earner, not just for the musician, but also for the federal government as well. In other countries, the agencies collect billions of dollars every year, which is paid out to musicians, but somehow Nigerian musicians don't get their own royalties.
In response, Vice President Osinbajo stresses on the importance of partnerships and proper channeling of funds to enable the industry grow.
One of the discussions we've had is how the central can, just in the way that it does for agriculture, in the way that it's now doing for technology, can do so for the entertainment industry. But it will have to be through an appropriate channel, such as the bank. And that's what we're looking at, how to do that. And it has to be done in such a way that it is transparent. Everybody can benefit from it. Useful project can benefit from it. That's the way to go. But we've got to sit together and map out these things.
There's an announcement of good news for both the film and music industries, with plans to build entertainment centers in all 6 geopolitical zones of the country, as well as the distribution of viewing boxes across the nation to boost the film industry.
With regards to cinemas also, I know that currently the film industry has been incentivized to give single-digit facilities to companies who are interested in building cinemas across the country. In fact, even His Excellency the Governor of Lagos State, I am very aware of the fact that there is an initiative to put community cinema in all 7 local governments of Lagos State.
After all is said and done, some say they have been left out of the conversation.
Nobody spoke about entrepreneurs without even stylists, designers, all these musicians, Nollywood people won't have that image that they have. We put in a lot of work, and I feel nobody really said anything about designers, stylists, entrepreneurs majorly. The difficulties we're having, power supply, we have to run on diesel 24/7, no meter, estimated bills, and how we compete internationally. You can't go to Macy's and see any Nigerian designer there. You can't go to Bloomingdale's based on Nordstrom Rack. It's difficult for us.
Nigeria's creative and entertainment sector contributed 2.3%, approximately 239 billion naira, to the nation's gross domestic product in 2016.